Pro Boxing fans here with the legend, the GOAT, Roy Jones Jr. Roy, we're here. It's fight week. Your fight, Chris Eubank Jr. Had some words to say on that top table just then. Just talk to me about being there, the words that the energy that you get from Chris for this fight.
Well, I feel like I'm glad that Liam brought that out of him today, because sometimes Chris needs a little extra motivation to perform. But he's the type of guy that the higher the level gets, the better he's going to perform. So the fact that Liam took him the other day is good to me, because now I don't have to worry about him being lackadaisical and all that, because he's ready.
I want to ask you, how healthy is the progression that you're having with Chris right now? I know you weren't going to be involved for the Conor Ben fight, so you probably missed a bit of time there. When did you come in, and how is that progression going with Chris right now?
I came in early December. The progression always goes good because he listens. And anytime you got a fighter that listens, it's a beautiful thing. The one thing I like more about Chris than most fighters is that Chris not only listens, but he goes out and executes the things that I teach him. And to see that is true appreciation without being said.
They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Chris Eubank Jr., we see him changing his style in his last fight. How much more has he got? Can you teach him more than he's got right now?
Of course, because he's not an old dog. He's still a young dog. You understand me? It's the difference. If he was an old dog, you couldn't teach him nothing, because old dogs don't learn well, but he's not that. He's a young dog, and he's a young dog who also wants to learn. So when a guy wants to learn, it's so much easier to teach him. You just got to have a mindset to want to learn. If you don't have the mindset to want to learn, then no, it's not going to sink in. But if you have the mindset to want to learn, boom, there it is.
Chris has always talked about the big fighters, the Gennady Golovkins, the Canelos of the division. How far is Chris away from fighting them guys?
He ready right now. He ready right now. He can fight anybody right now.
I do want to sort of move on. I know there was talks between yourself and Anthony Joshua as well. Anthony Joshua looks like he's teamed up with Derrick James. What do you make of AJ's decision in that?
This is a great decision. I told him before he did it that I thought it was a great decision, a great move. And I said, if you feel comfortable there, don't keep going around looking. If you're comfortable, stay where you're comfortable at. Don't come to me with just confuse you more. And now you be like, well, should I go here? No, don't do that. If you're comfortable there, stay right there where you at. And then a couple days later, he said, okay, he stayed with James. He went with James. So that was perfect for him, I think, because James may be able to get him to apply the type of pressure that he needs to apply as a bigger man when he's fighting people like Usyk.
Do you feel Anthony Joshua can become world champion again with the people that are about the fight that are there?
Of course he can. Of course he can. He's a very talented fighter, very smart fighter, and of course he can become world champion again.
Right, just a final one before I actually introduce one of your fighters. I want to talk about one of the biggest fights coming out of America being announced very soon, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Just give me your thoughts on that fight, man.
It's a 50-50 fight. I mean, you know, you like Tank because of his punching power, but people underestimate Ryan. Ryan can really punch too. So, you know, you got to know that Ryan ain't no bomb. I mean, so either one can win the fight. It's 50-50 off top, but the longer the fight goes, the better I feel it is for Tank.
I just want you to introduce this man to your left-hand side. I know you're training him right now. There's not many that you train, so when you do choose them, you choose them quite good from what I've told. Just introduce him for me.
Yeah, that's Andrew Murphy, White Lightning 2. I got White Lightning 1. I got 2 Lightnings. I got little Tony Curtis Lightning, and I got Andrew Murphy Lightning. He's a 168-pounder, 7-0 from Washington State. Met him through a former school teacher of mine. Turned him pro. So far, everything's been so good. He's been working, fighting like I don't know what, constantly getting better. I sparred with Chris a few times, and he's a very good-looking prospect.
Andrew, just want to talk to you about teaming up with the legend. Not many can say they've actually been in the gym with Roy Jones Jr. You're going to have the opportunity to train with him again and again and learn what he's got in that brain of his. How big is this for yourself?
It's a huge thing because, you know, Roy, he's so experienced and he's been, you know, he's a warlock in the sport of boxing. You know, he's done everything that there is to do in the sport of boxing. And so it's like, for me to learn from him and his experience is everything, you know. And like at this press conference here today, you know, they say, oh, you stuck between styles, this, that, whatever. Roy could teach everything. I've seen him take small guys and train them how to fight like small guys. I've seen him take big guys, teach them how to fight like big guys. So for me to come in so young and to learn from him, especially because he was the one that turned me pro. So off rip, to learn from him, come on, man. It don't get better than that.
For people that want to follow your career, what's your social media handles?
Y'all go ahead and follow my Instagram at Real Andrew Murphy.
Roy, how big a talent is this kid?
Very big talent, very fast, very heavy hands, very, very heavy hands. And I look forward to big things from Andrew Murphy.
Get him over to the UK, get him fighting some of our guys over here.
Most definitely. That's my dream. That's my hope. I'm hoping I can team up with one of these big TV networks and start bringing all my guys here, because This is the mecca of boxing right now, and this is where I want my guys to be, where they can fight and fight real fights. We're not trying to duck and dodge nothing. We want the big fights, we want the challenges, we want the fights that's going to make us world champions, we want the fight that the crowd wants to see.
Exactly. And that's the thing about the UK is like the crowds are so spectacular. You know, the excitement around fights, it's not, you don't see much of that in the United States, you know what I mean? And to see you guys bring 9,000 fans over to the United States and show out and scream and yell and do what y'all do, I love it. So, you know, like I said, like he said, we're not ducking and dodging nobody, you know what I mean? I'm a cowboy. So when high noon come, we gotta go. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Roy Jones Jr., Andrew Murphy, thank you so much for giving me a bit of your time. I appreciate it. Good luck with your fight on Saturday night and good luck with your career. I'll speak to you very soon anyway. Thank you very much.